Hello everyone, today we'll be talking about the difficulties young people face when they are trying to apply for a job in Argentina.
Most people aren't really aware of this issue, but don't worry, we'll explain it in a simple way.
We'll start with some statistics that show how difficult it is for young people to actually find part jobs.
Then we will move on to the causes and the consequences of unemployment, and also mention the different perspectives on the topic.
So let's begin. The lack of employment among young people is a very important issue in Argentina because it can lead to increased poverty, social unrest, and a greater burden on public resources. Furthermore, it stifles economic growth by reducing the potential output of the economy and increasing the dependency ratio, which is when a large proportion of the population relies on a smaller working age population.
Now we will talk about some statistics. There is 13.1% unemployment among young people. This is almost 3 times higher than the adult rate, which is only 4.5%. This high difference between these numbers has existed for many years. In our country, unemployment of young people has never been surpassed by unemployment in adults. Nevertheless, as it is seen on the chart, since 2020, the rate of unemployment of both adults and young people decreased, indicating that we are on our way to an improvement, but we still have a long way before that.
Then, of all the young people, only 30.4% are looking for a job, and of those, almost 20% don't get it. Of those who do get the job, 65% of young workers are in formal jobs without rights like health coverage or paid leave.
This happens mainly because of four things. First, most companies ask for previous experience, which is impossible if you've never worked before. Second, there are not enough vacancies that match young people's interests, leaving them with little opportunities. And third, competition is really high. Too many young people applying for the same job. Finally, most young people don't have enough time to study and work at the same time.
And what are those consequences of this? Well, there are several. Young people often feel frustrated and demotivated. Many are pushed into poverty or informal jobs. Some even decide to emigrate to look for better opportunities abroad. The poverty increases and the society fragments. This is a serious problem from Argentina because the country loses a lot of talent.
Now let's look at the different perspectives. Politically, there is a law that regulates internships in Argentina, but these internships are not considered actual jobs, they are just part of educational programs. Economically, we see that almost 6 of 10 young workers are informal, and socially there is a lot of frustration because employers ask for experience but don't offer entry-level opportunities.
To understand better how this affects people, we decided to do a local survey in our neighborhood. We found out that in our area, the main reasons for not working are the lack of time, opportunities, and, most importantly, experience. Then, there are many who are able to get a job, but only informal ones, that don't offer them proper conditions.
In addition, we also asked them if they knew any programs related to the topic. Most said that they didn't, but the others knew some, like programs of their own universities, Manpower, which is an American multinational corporation that works in workplace management solutions, and CompuTrabajo, which is the leading job portal in Latin America that connects the companies and the candidates in their search job.
We also wanted to compare this with a national perspective, so we interviewed a professional in the matter, Dario Romano, a coordinator of the area of work and production of CEM.
Bueno, contestando la primera pregunta de por qué creo que hay tanta brecha entre el porcentaje de adultos y jóvenes que trabajan o por el contrario que están desempleados, Bueno, un poco lo que charlamos hace un par de semanas en la entrevista que me hicieron. Bueno, en primer lugar, obviamente los jóvenes tienen un problema, digamos, sobre todo los chicos o chicas de 18 a 24 años, que es obviamente falta de experiencia laboral, ¿no? A diferencia de los adultos que o están más capacitados, más formados y además tienen más experiencia, y eso pesa y mucho al momento de conseguir trabajo. Otra de las cuestiones que estuvimos viendo es, bueno, sí, por ahí menos formación, sobre todo en lo que es carrera terciaria y universitaria. También los jóvenes tienen quizás menos capital social, es decir, tienen menos contactos que son muy necesarios al momento de conseguir un trabajo. Eso más desde el punto de vista del individuo. Después obviamente hay una cuestión también o cierta responsabilidad del colegio, en donde la transición desde el sistema educativo al mundo laboral muchas veces no se aborda, o el sistema educativo no prepara a los jóvenes para el mundo del trabajo. Hay por ahí pocos talleres o instancias de orientación laboral u orientación vocacional. Así que bueno, esas son algunas de las cuestiones, y después obviamente el factor más de contexto socioeconómico, que mientras más, digamos, crisis exista o en momentos de mayor crisis económica, sufren más sectores dentro de una sociedad, entre ellos los jóvenes, ¿no? Es decir, cuando menos oportunidades laborales hay, por supuesto que los jóvenes son los que donde más impacto hay, y eso se nota y por ahí se ensancha esa brecha que existe en la tasa de ocupación de jóvenes.
It's also important to ask, are there any campaigns that address this issue? Yes. For example, the International Labour Organization launched a campaign called Laboranciers, which promotes debate about the challenges young people face when moving from school to work.
There is also the program of Argentina's government Fomentar Trabajo that helps people who haven't had a registered job in the last 3 months. With the program, the people will be able to access vocational training courses, company internships, and available job offers. To access the Fomentar Empleo benefits, it's necessary to be registered on the Employment Portal, which is a free public platform from the Ministry of Labor, Employment and Social Security that connects all those who need to find a job, receive training, or improve their job skills.
In addition, the University of Buenos Aires offers a program called Inserción Laboral y Pasantías, which is an opportunity to acquire the tools and experiences necessary for entering the workforce. It also serves to provide students with information and advice on the various job opportunities available, guiding them in their job search and offering them tools for preparing resumes and preparing for job interviews.
In conclusion, we learned that it is definitely not easy for young people to find work in Argentina. Lack of opportunity, experience, and support programs make it very difficult. But by raising awareness and talking about it, we can encourage governments to take actions, and by doing that, we can make a real change.
And the most important, even small actions like surveys, interviews, or posters can inspire others to reflect and take part in building a better job market for everyone.
Thank you for watching.